Just done there, in there. What I know is the best there is on the mind, mental issues. I know it's the best there is. God, that sounds. He's got narcissistic personality disorder. Anyway, here I am, sat here. Right, my pee bottle's full. I could go to the hedge behind. My bladder's full. I've run out of water. But here's the important thing is. It doesn't make me happy. That's kind of a duty. It's as simple as that. And thus I am centered and at peace because I've acted in such a way that I've done something useful. That's it. That's all there is. The U word, useful. I mean, it's noticeably become now even an insult. Like, oh, you think you're a utilitarian. Now, that has become yet another anti-intellectual way for the great thinkers. None of them are. I can't remember who's. I recently encountered a talk about somebody. I think it was John Gray. Like, oh, utilitarianism is an evil too. No, it's not. I care. I don't like. I've got nothing in common with somebody who's got clean clothes on or new clean clothes on. They all come here. They've all got new clothes on. Me? This is about 30 years old. Okay, I don't care. I'm not kind of obtuse, but I've got nothing in common. Oh yeah, here we go. You know, my pathetic father had the first ever XJS Jag in the whole of a region. It used to embarrass us, like used to embarrass me, age about 16. It's like he's going to be the James Bond, George Clooney of the whole area. I knew he was sick. And I was right. I care, though, that every person, even him with his fancy electronic go-in wing mirrors, none of these people have this depression, mental negative, whatever you want to call it, that I off and on 10 to 15% of the time had during my first 10 years from the age of 16 to 26. I care them that none of them have it because I can't talk to them. I'd like to go and have a conversation with him. Why do you feel necessary? Has that enhanced your life? You know, why didn't you give that money to feed the fucking children of this town, some of whom will be malnutritioned? You know, I'd like to go and have that just as a, you know, I'm just curious. What? Not to antagonize that person, but if everybody has like got, well, half the people it would seem in Britain now have got such mental health illnesses, they have to, oh no, I'm vulnerable. I'm kind of, I don't really want to be, I don't want to be stressed. I'm sure even the woman I wrote a letter to 2 days ago, she's become like that. It's like, and she was the one great hope. English, the only English woman over 14. She would have been brainwashed. She works in a school where they're all like that. Oh no, I don't want to be troubled. I don't want to be troubled really thinking about things. It's much easier to say, that poor little young person has got an illness, has got something wrong with them that is beyond society's control. Thus, I'm their carer. And I, in this horrible, noisy world, I will be their calm, mermaid-like, loving force. That's evil. That took over the whole of my past region. I'm sure it's just as prominent here. That's evil. It's self-obsessed. They're being self-obsessed because that makes them feel not actually nice, because it's inauthentic. That's why so many of them are mentally ill as well. It's inauthentic because, you see, I believe in people. Deep down, they know they're doing nothing. They know they're taking no risk. They're not actually personally for no pay or no admiration on Facebook, at the farmer's market or wherever. They're not helping that person. They're not searching for the cure for that person. No. this person has got a little label and we're going to look after them and be gentle and give them a safe space. I never had a fucking safe space. Fucking hell. No, of course it's wrong to call it evil, but they're foolish. They're not striving for actually trying to understand. And we've ended up in what actually is a fascist-like tyranny. These approaches to our fellow human beings do not work. The data says so. There's been a massive increase. When I was like I was, age 16, I repeat, it's in the audio, there was only like 2 or 3% of us. Now it's 50%. They failed. The approach that society has to things going wonky here have failed. It's fascist light to fascist, actually, to perpetuate that. When that's the definition of fascism. The definition of fascism is when you have an ideology which is clearly really fucking bad for a lot of people, to perpetuate it. That's fascism. If I said that to any of the carers, the more thoughtful, progressive school teachers that all came to live in my last area, they would, well, the ones that don't try and get you arrested, they would like, oh, I'm never talking to you again. You're mad and you're horrible and you're part of the problem. No, sadly, you're part of the problem. Anyway, shut up me and get on with the day. I personally care, and I'm not being neither messianic, narcissistic, or anything. I've started to meet continually people as of about 15 years ago, 11 years ago. Ordinary people you meet. Oh, I got terrible depression and mental health issues. Salt of the earth. People you thought were okay. I don't want any of them to suffer. Or I don't want any of them, rather, to be not available to me. So I have self-interest. To have jolly good, honest chats about society, the environment, greed, etc. I want them to be available to me for that. And not to have to keep censoring myself. And I wish them to be in good nick. For them. So that we can get on with actually doing some positive change in society, which is never going to happen if this fascist paradigm is allowed to continue. And blah, blah, blah.